Hello, everybody. How's it going? Good to see you. Hope everything is going fantastic. One second. I'm posting to the variety of places that I must post to. How's it going, Moss? Good to see ya. One second. I'm just posting. You know what the most tedious part of all this stuff is just posting to places. You gotta post to. Post to. It's tedious. Very tedious. Triple A, good to see you, good to see you. Okay, I think everywhere that I need to post to is posted to. One second, one second. Okay, just getting everything up. Okay. Moss, good to see you, good to see you. How are things? Uh, how goes the writing? Moss, how goes the writing? How goes your little dragon? Uh, if you, no, I'm gonna give you a shout out, Moss. If you aren't following Moss over there on Twitch, you should. You should. Moss is doing some cozy fantasy stuff, cozy fantasy short stories. There we go. Haha. And I know you have a YouTube account. I'm gonna shout that out too. One second. Ow, ow, ow. Very sharp pencil is poking into my skin. Very good, very good. And I'm going to shout you out on YouTube as well. Because we dual stream here. Okay, there we go. That is a siren call. That is a siren call, Moss. That is a siren call to play with your stream settings. You can be in there for hours. Blueberry! Yes, avoid. Who wants to deal with the real world? Jeez. Not me. So, fun story. I thought I had to go downtown today. I was wrong. I have to go downtown tomorrow. So, we got a free day. Exactly. Let's write a better world. That's awesome to hear. That's awesome to hear. I'm glad for that. So, you know what I did today? Sorry, this is a lot of pre-setup. Okay, I have everything I want. Okay. You know what I did today? Not to brag. I I worked on a D&D campaign I'm planning. I've got pretty much the first adventure all worked out, so I'm very happy about that. I spent pretty much all night doing it, so, and then a good deal of today. I'm mentioning that specifically because because if we get this thing up and going, A has expressed interest in being part of it. So, Blueberry, what have you been working on these days? It's all about skeletons. You know, they're spooky, scary. You could say they're spooky, scary skeletons. You know, I was working on this. Spooky, scary skeleton. I was working on this, and I was like, you know, even I very nice blueberry, very nice. Tell me about them. I was thinking about this. It's kind of funny because it's like, you know, with this D&D stuff, you know, you work it out, you work out the plot, and it's like, even if it doesn't, you know, I was like, did I just outline a whole story? Like, I just outlined essentially an entire story. And I'm like, I guess I could use this to write a story if I wanted to. I'm like, oh wait, is that all? Like D&D is? It's just prep work is just outline your story. I've realized that sometimes in writing, this is advice for writers, I guess, because ostensibly I started doing all this stuff for writing related reasons. I've gone. If you're ever kind of stuck, I find weirdly, instead of like picturing like, you know, we all picture like movies or TV shows or, you know, God forgive books. Okay, God forgive books. Uh, but sometimes I actually find it really helpful to picture stories as video games. And I'm just like, okay, what would I do next in the game? Yeah, yeah. Although I kind of feel like that could be a thing. I kind of feel like that's we're co-writing it then, and I would feel kind of guilty for like taking the plot. Yeah, but it's a weird feeling because I'm like, oh, this is just outlining a story in a lot of ways. This is just outlining a story because, you know, I did pre I've been doing pre-made like D&D stuff for every time I've managed to convince people to let me DM stuff. I've done pre-made DMing stuff, and I was like, you know what? This time I'm gonna just do my own thing. I'm just gonna do my own thing. You know, it's gonna be. I've come up with the plot. It's all. These are all my ideas, and um, instead of relying on stuff that like say wizards or something made for me, and I'm just gonna see what I come up with, and so it's like, you know, this is just. I don't know. It's just all stuff I can. Anyways, it's cool. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I'm excited to share it. But I've written. So I've done my favorite thing. Sorry if I'm talking about myself too much. Feel free to interrupt me. I've done my favorite thing, which is write in universe books. So I'm writing a ton of like in universe like books from different people uh, to explain stuff, and I always find that fun. I always find that fun to do that in stories. So I'm having a lot of fun doing it in a game where it's just like there's yeah, it's very it's very I know there's an official word for it. There's an official thing in literature about that. It's like a it's a well, people also like to talk about themselves. Yeah. But there's an official word for that in literature where it's like a story within a story. I forget what it's exactly called. Because I think the most famous example of that is the original 40 Days and 40 Nights. Or not 40, you know, but I forget what it's called. There's an official term for it. Anyways, so there'd be like stories inside stories inside stories. It's I don't know. It's very there's something very interesting. I always found that idea very interesting. Anyways, do you guys want to hear? I've read the intro. Clone Nelly, it has been a while. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, Clone. Question. How's it been? How's it been? Hope everything's going good. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Very good. Very good. I'm just doing some. I'm actually. This is what I'm drawing. I'm just doing some like trying to emulate Alphonse Mucha, who's one of my favorite artists. Yeah. Okay. I saw a piece of art advice a few days ago that you shouldn't. Maybe this is obvious, but you shouldn't do like. Um, do you know who Alphonse Mucha is? You shouldn't draw eyes like with a circle. What you should do is draw them in a triangle and then do like a half circle on top of them. And I thought that was very clever. I thought that was very clever advice. So I'm trying that today. Yeah. Oh, that's fun. Yeah. Yeah. I've I've known some people who've done pixel art before. I almost find it very interesting. Do 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 do. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, yeah. So, yeah, D&D. Yeah, it's happening. We'll see. We'll see. I'll wait. I'll wait. We'll see. I want to. I've done the mistake before of going in half cocked, but I'm always nervous I'll do something wrong. So Yeah. Oh, that's lovely. I'm always. We should all make everything box sets. I'm always nervous I'll do something wrong, so I tend to over plan for everything. Which, according to several dungeon mastering videos I've watched, that you shouldn't do that, but the anxiety gets to me too much that I have to do that, or it doesn't stop. Sure. Hmm. Okay, so what are you thinking of doing exactly? I mean, I talk like this. I'm not exactly like an expert on like D&D mechanics and stuff, so I kind of just go with feel. That's because they're not in Twitch, my man. They're not in Twitch, my bad. AAA is over on YouTube. That sounds like that. I was gonna say, well, what's your personality? Fade. So, Moss, tell me, how goes the writing? Have you got any? Have you got any magazines? Uh, uh, Moss has gotten published in a magazine. Unfortunately, it's only available in Australia. I did try and look at it. Uh, it is Fade. Yes, I'm a double streamer. It's the exciting. It's the exciting world of. Uh, it's the exciting new world of streaming in both places. Well, Twitch a while back relaxed their requirements for affiliates, uh, exclusivity requirements for affiliates. So the second they did that, I immediately started to dual stream. Oh no, I was just uh, I was what was I trying to say? Just I was just talking about your zine, the zine that you published. I thought it was very charming, your zine, and I was going to order it, but it's only available. I didn't, I didn't even notice the typo there. Sorry, I hardened my name. I, that is a funny. That is a funny misspelling. I hard my. Anyways, okay. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. Paladin sounds more like more accurate. Really? Yeah. Well, that's good. Uh, yeah. Huh. That's a good question. Moss, have you ever played D&D before? Very nice. Very cool. Tell me who was your favorite character? What class do you usually play? Oh, very nice, very nice. Uh, what type what species do you usually play? Hmm. Um. Okay. So, but they don't use magic. Is what you're saying. Ah, that makes sense. Can you guess what type I play? I mean, I'll say it. I'll say it. I play. I'll say it, but I'm always curious what people assume. Ah, computer. I'm inclined I'm inclined towards two classes. Moss got it. Moss, you got it. Yep, I'm a bard. I usually play a bard. It fits my personality. But what type of bard? It's yeah, orc. I have a tendency to play an orc. I play orcs usually. See, I had yeah, you use magic. I'm yeah. Hmm. That is quite a pickle. Are you sure you don't want to make her like a fighter or something? Or a rogue? Yeah. I've had my yeah, long live the orc. People know here how much I like orcs, being as I'm writing a whole book about them. Well, I'm taking a break from that at the moment. I mainly played like one orc, but I played him for so long that it was my main thing I played for a very long time. Is this one character? Um, anyway. So, tell me, what's your current character, Moss? Do you guys want to hear what I wrote? The the intro for this campaign. I've I've maybe read it a bit too many times, but I'm proud of it. Yeah, I love. Yeah. Hmm. Gee, I don't know. What about like? Hmm. What about like maybe specialist classes? What if she was like, I don't know. It feels like this might be like a dual thing you might have to do. Okay. Yeah. I have so much more written now. I mean, I've pretty much written a whole. Well, okay, I've written a good lot of it. Okay. So this is the intro. Let me find it. One second. This is the. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to multi-class it. I think that's the answer. Where is it? Adventurer. Okay. Welcome, explorer. I'm sure you're well aware of your own history and the history of your world, but decorum and corporate mandates have instructed me quite voraciously that I bring you up to speed, just in case you've missed anything important. So, our fair nation has had quite a bit of history in the past 40 years, and the world has shifted greatly. Back in the old days, in the Adventurer Guild, it was pretty easy. You sign up, you do a lot of exciting killing, looting of monsters and evil wizards, and go home. And that'd be the end of the day. Unfortunately, time refuses to stop, and we now live in a modern society. The cities have greatly expanded, cutting into the forest. Wizards have changed from robes to suits, and heck, even our monarchy is comparatively modern and quite beautifully new in that it does very little. What about you? Looking for a new journey in life? Well, many aspiring adventurers do admit they struggle now in living the life that used to be so easy for everyday adventurers in the past. In fact, most admit they have to maintain a second job because adventuring is only a side gig that they can do occasionally. But that's where we're here to help. To bring back the old world just a little bit with our new app, Adventurer. It's a place where aspiring adventurers can connect with people who desperately need adventurers to do things. Feel free to peruse it, sign up for a mission or two. Heck, if you want to, you can join a group that needs a few members to handle even larger quests. It's up to you, friend! Anyways, that's the intro. That's the intro. And then I have so much more written. Oh, and they have a oh God, they have a Rick, a ugh. And they have a Rick avatar. Jeez, this guy. This guy is everything. This guy is everything. Anyway, so that's the little intro I wrote. I have a ton more stuff written, but yeah, that's basically the little intro. That's when homophobes like to be the most homophobic, unfortunately. Anyways. Um, it's it's one of those things. It's like I'm sure if the fact that he has a Rick thing is really like bizarre to me. Not bizarre. It's like real. Wow, he is that much of a cliche. He's that much of a cliche that I bet he thinks he's like Rick. I bet he thinks he's like this smart, super smart dude that everybody else is stupid and doesn't get things like he does. Yeah. No, when I'm so obviously the main character. Yeah. It's so, I don't know, it's just exhausting. I would say don't let these people get to you, but it's hard. It's hard not to. It's hard not to. When somebody comes, if you're having a meal and somebody comes in and poops on your table in front of you, it's hard to focus on the meal. Yeah, is usually my. It, uh, is that too graphic? Yeah. Is that too graphic of an example? I feel like that was too graphic of an example. Okay, I got to fuck. See, I always do this during art streams. It's like I can't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She's. Yeah. It's like when you look at like we do we do. Ugh. See, kind of my whole. I don't know. People are weird. I don't like. How does that affect them? Like, I don't know. I never got that. It's like, it doesn't affect you. Like, nobody's no. If they're happy, I don't know. Like, why does it matter? I don't know, whatever. I mean, yeah, but yeah. I hear music coming from somewhere, but I don't know where it's coming from. Um, coming. You're just putting it out into the Fade. Have you hacked my computer? Have you ever thought that people might just suck? Clone. Is this your podcast? Yeah, it just might just suck. We might. Yeah. Listen, nobody's denying that there's been good people in the world, but just I'm saying on average, we might just suck. So far, we're the only living. So far, we're the. That's good. I like. I like how supportive this chat is getting because it used to be. We used to have people here who were quite aggressive and quite aggressive and like would constantly try and get into fights with people. And I'm very happy that that era is kind of over with now. Sure, I'll give it a listen. Gabriel Magiker! I've been waiting for you, Gabriel. No, no, no. There used to be some problem people I found. And I won't say who it is, but used to have. It won't say who it is, but I've I've tried talking to them before about their attitude, and it just never seemed to go away. Anyways, clone. Then you should go follow. You should go follow. You should go follow Moss. Yes, very good. Very good. Yes, I have Gabriel specifically. I have been waiting for because Gabriel has requested a drawing, and I wasn't able to get to it yesterday. So today we're going to do it. Do you have any? I'm just doing random stuff until. Do you have any like references that you want me to use? What is like? I read that like the cleric barbarian is like the most untouchable is the most untouchable character in the game. Is that I don't know. I haven't tried that. I wanted to do when I read that in the D&D game I was in. I wanted to do that, but they wouldn't let me because they said no, you're not allowed to do that. And I was like, okay, that's fair, but I've always wanted to try it since then. Has anybody ever tried that? Yes. Oh, that's a fun movie. What is? I was like, are you watching TBS with it, with some? Are you watching TBS because they play it on there all the time? I believe that's where I first saw it. My dad liked that movie. He was a lawyer. My dad. Um, how was it? How was my cousin Vinny? Did you like it? With Aunt May, starring Aunt May from the Spider-Man movies. Oh, very fun. Still one of the more controversial Oscar wins in history. Um, I don't know. She did a good job. Yes, Joe. Well, it's with a C. Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci from from Goodfellas. I feel like for film nerds, like there's always a real. Oh, yeah. See, this is where my references are like my first instinct. It's like, oh, from Goodfellas. That's my first instinct. Where he plays the most deranged, violent character in the history on in cinema. And he won the Oscar for that one. I know a lot of Oscar facts, by the way, because when I was a kid, here's a fun fact about me. When I was a kid, a thing I would do when I was bored is look up different Oscar winners and like read about it. So Joe Pesci, if you're curious, I think it has the shortest ever Oscar speech in history. He literally said one word. Literally just said thank you and walked off the stage when he won for Goodfellas. The longest was Adrian Brody this year. It's so funny. Anyways, nobody cares. I wasted my childhood reading those, but oh, very cool, Fade. Yes. Yeah. It's very funny. Because it's funny because on screen he was known for being kind of like this explosive, intense dude. Like he has an intensity about him in him. Nice, but yeah. But in real life, I guess in real life he's actually quite shy and introverted, which it's very interesting to see. Um, that's always fun. Okay, okay. I'm curious what these are now. Share them or don't. I don't know. Yeah. Um, do you think Mus? If oh yeah, I what 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 is this? What is this? Yes, I find yes. Okay, yeah. That I thought I didn't know what I was going to expect, but yeah, yeah, no, yeah. I agree. A little sus. Speaking of, how is Dollywood? Um, Gabriel, I believe I owe you a picture. I believe I owe you a picture of. Do you have a reference for me that you want to use? Um, tell me what you found out today, Fade. Moss, if you're curious, do you know what Dollywood is, Moss? Uh, what? Uh, Dollywood is, if anybody, for non-Americans in the audience, Dollywood is the theme park that Dolly Parton owns. Yeah, it is. Have you never been in a roller coaster before, Phil? Honestly, I was down by the boardwalk a few days ago. I'm no. Here's the thing. I'm terrified of heights. I'm absolutely terrified of heights. And I was down by the boardwalk last week, and they had this huge roller coaster, and I was like, oh, I like roller coasters. I did when I was younger. I loved roller coasters when I was younger, but then I started to read about uh, oh, okay. Uh, how, especially in like say Texas, where I live. Mm-hmm. Texas, where I live, the what am I trying to say? So Texas, where I live, roller coaster safety requirements. You know, they're a little bit more. They're a little bit more of a more of suggestion than like uh, actual like thing you have to do. They're more suggestion than thing you have to do, and it's like I'm like was I was like, oh no, not a fan of that, not a fan of that. There was this whole case here. If there was this whole case here where this park, Schlitterbahn. It wasn't a roller coaster. It was like a water slide, but did not do proper safety regulations, and it got a kid killed, and that kind of weighs in my head now when I think of things. Yes. So, how are the stream settings going, Fog? Moss? What do you prefer to be called? Do you prefer to be called Moss or Frog? Or Frog? Or Little Frog? Or Ivy Moss? You have a lot of potential names. Yeah. 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 No, no. So I've gotten very in my head because it's like, I don't know. Because Schlitterbahn, man, that is. I'm doing Chloe right now. That's the one I'm doing. I like that you two have found each other. You, Fade and A. You two have found each other because I think you two are kind of you know birds of a feather. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I'm just on simple old OBS. I wish I could help you there, but my philosophy with uh, all this streaming stuff is I just yeah about it is I get it working just enough so it doesn't totally collapse, and then I just let that go forever. I set these settings like 3 years ago, and I have not changed them once, and I don't know how I did it the first time. Snail, yes. It's a philosophy. Kuna Matata. And it starred Joe Pesci, Ralph Macchio. Actually, that's very good casting. Joe Pesci, Ralph Macchio. Um, uh, and it was directed by a British guy. It's very funny. He created one of the most important British sitcoms in history. Yes, sir. What is it? It's My Cousin Vinny. He also directed the greatest movie ever of all time. He directed it's Jonathan Lynn. Yes, Minister. Yes, Minister. He created Yes, Minister. He also directed the greatest movie ever of all time ever that could ever exist. That of the Clue movie. If you guys have never seen the Clue movie, you should see the Clue movie. Then we can talk extensively about the Clue movie. I'm so sorry. You've seen the Clue, the game or the film? Oh, okay. Oh, thanks. Welcome, Chewy Sticks 9000. Welcome, welcome. Flames from the side of my safe, seething. How's it going? Good to see ya. Well, we're gonna try and make this epic. Welcome to the stream. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Robin! Good to see you. Gabriel over on Twitch has asked me to draw their character, so we're good. Okay, we're learning. You don't chew on rocks, you don't chew on anything else. You chew on sticks. Everybody remember that. There'll be a quiz later. How's it going, Robin? Tell us a little bit of it. You can do that. They're the best types. I like the cinnamon ones, though. So tell me a little bit about this character, Gabriel, that I'm drawing. They do make anything colorful. So are you an artist, Chewy? I am good. I see you've gotten very into running, Robin. I saw that. Okay, you're officially putting me to shame because I have not gone to the gym in like a couple of weeks and I feel bad. Ah. I'm very proud of you, Robin. That is excellent. That is some good news. Oh, thank you. Of course, of course, of course you can save up your points. Yeah. Look at Robin trying to improve their life. Not like me. Man, I miss running so much. I used to do it every day, and it was such a good feeling, and then I just stopped. I need to get back into it. Oh, that's gorgeous, Nell. Look at this. Oh, man. That's gorgeous. Holy heck. Yeah, it is Slay. I agree. I agree. Slay is heck. Look at this. Who drew this for you? Chico, I am. We are. I am fulfilling a request from our good friend Gabriel here to draw their OC. DM Redcap. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, I hate to hear that. I hate to hear that. Well, oh, I hate to hear that. That's so terrible. That's so terrible that they. I love. I'm more of a. If you can tell from the. I'm more of a writer than I am an artist. You know, the artist is kind of the side. Is just a hobby. No, that's so. If you ever want Chewy, we can. I promise we can. If you ever want to get back into writing, I can. Yeah, I'll give you some notes. We can look over it. How's it going, Mel? How's it going? That's that sounds very frustrating. I'm sorry you had to go. Very good. I'm very happy. I don't want any. That's so crappy. I don't know. I don't want anybody to be discouraged from writing. It's such a crappy thing to do. I think it's fine. I mean, who am I to judge? I'm not like the best. See, this is why I get nervous doing like creative projects with friends. Because I've had some friends suggest that we should do like a creative project together before. And I'm always like, I don't know. Because it always feels like that is the start of the end of a relationship. That is the start of the end of the relationship. Is like, hey, let's co-write something together. And I'm like, oh, that's where the friendship ends usually. Yeah. Oh, the other kiss of death. Yeah, let's start a podcast together. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah. I do. I occasionally help people here with editing, but we're more about exploring and developing usually. It'll be great, they said. It'll be the best, they said. It'll be everything they want, you said. And then it goes so badly. Yeah. Ray! Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Which is just, yeah. Yeah. That is my nervousness because I want to do a D&D campaign here. and that is my nervousness about D&D, is that like it might ruin a friendship. I don't want to, like, this is, I don't know. That's my anxiety about doing D&D is like, you know, because people, yeah, it can, yeah. I'm sorry to hear that now. Yeah, my favorite, I listen to a lot of podcasts. I don't listen to them as much as I used to, but I used to listen to them quite frequently. Yeah. I'm making plans for to do a D&D campaign. I've been talking about it with some people here. Tell me about the character you played. What sort of character do you like to play? They're basically they're pre-recorded radio shows. I used to be I don't listen to. Well, I just don't have. I used to listen to them like in cars or in cabs and stuff, or while I was walking, and then I don't listen to them as much anymore as I used to. If you like D&D, there's like a million D&D podcasts. If you want to listen to other people play D&D, there's a million podcasts where they play D&D. I used to be very into this one called Hollywood Handbook. If people, let's see, the ones I used to listen to obsessively: Comedy Bang Bang, Hollywood Handbook. There used to be one called The Teachers Lounge, and it's not actually about teachers. It was a couple of comedians. It was a couple of improvisers playing fictional teachers. I have not fictional teachers. It was maybe my favorite podcast ever. I occasionally really. Sure. Tell me about them. And I have not. I've not done Legend of it. I've not heard of Legend of Avantis. Yeah, there's tons of old people are doing that now. I have a friend who does that. I guess I actually did that professionally for a bit. And technically, that was what my old job was creating fiction podcasts. If if you guys have not heard that particular lore about me, that my old job used to be I used to write for a fiction podcast. Okay, Chewy, it's good to see you. That was maybe the most stressful period of my life. Yeah. Yes, you should. If you guys, yeah. It was a delight, Chewy, to meet you. I want to hear. Yeah. What about you, Ray? Which ones are you listening to? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you guys were here for that one. That one. I talked about that. I've talked about that before. I don't know what to say, man. I just kind of put myself out there. I got that job because I made friends with somebody. As I made friends on here with a streamer. Made friends on here with somebody who was working there. Yeah, I don't know. It was cool, but it was I don't know. People get weird about when I talk about that because it was an incredibly stressful job, and I just couldn't do it after a certain point. Um, no, no. Partly because so I was writing for one show, and there's a series of shows, and then I got placed, and then I got moved to a different show, and I'm going to be honest, I found the other show to be so contemptible that I just couldn't. Oh fuck! Oh, I didn't. Holy shit! I did not see that. One second. Okay. Cool, dude. Cool. Sorry, I did not see those, gentlemen. Guys, do me a favor. Can you spam the chat for a minute? Can you spam the chat? Yeah, just spam. So yeah, those guys get pushed off. Okay. Yeah, I gotta. There we go. Good. Man, I hate. Okay, there we go. Thank you. It's good. I mean, keep doing it if you want to have fun, but you don't need to anymore. Okay. No, I mean, keep doing it. It's fine. No, that's fine. I don't know. You know, I'm gonna throw it. I hate. Oh, we got some trolls. We got some trolls over on the third place I'm streaming. I don't know. Yes. I don't know. You know, okay. If I could talk honestly, I'm also streaming on Kick, and I am so embarrassed that I stream on Kick. And the thing is, it's just easier for me to stream there than to not at this point. Yeah. And it's like I did it for one person. I had one friend who moved over to Kick, and I was like, okay, I'll start streaming on there for you so you can see it. And it's pre-set up. All I got to do is just log on, start streaming on Twitch, and I'll start streaming on Kick. But I hate it. I hate it. I hate that I'm on it so much. I'm embarrassed that I'm on it. It gets me nothing. Yeah, it sucks. I hate it. I did it for one person, and that person doesn't even do Kick anymore. He left. Yeah. I hate it. I'm embarrassed that I'm on it. I'm embarrassed that I'm on it, and it's just like, I don't know. But there's a little bit of me that's like, oh, but I have, I have some followers over there, but it's almost always totally inactive. It's so it is so like uniquely useless to me as a platform, and I'm just like, all I get is like spam and troll. Spam. This is actually the first time I've gotten trolls on Kick, but I usually get spam from there, and it's like I don't know. It's so uniquely useless to me. You know what? Fuck. Yeah. Screw it. There we go. It's so. There we go. Gone. I think I fell into the hype that some people had about Kick of like, oh, it'll be the new competitor, and people liked it for a minute. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. I like all those ideas, Nelly. Sorry. I like all those ideas. Yeah, that's really cool. I don't know. I'm off. I think I'm just gonna delete it. Frankly, I'm embarrassed that I'm even on it anymore. Because, for a while, nobody could. Sorry. Just for a while, nobody, or especially on here, would shut up about Kick and how awesome it was. And I was like, and I gave into the hype. I fought it for a while. I'm like, the people behind it are so scummy. And then I finally conceded and I gave into the hype, and it's gotten me nothing. Nothing. It's so useless. It is such a useless platform. I have no use for it. I have expanded on Twitch. I've expanded on YouTube, but Kick is absolutely useless, and I am embarrassed to share space with the idiots on Kick. I think I'm done. I think I'm done with Kick. Anyways. Sure. Tell me about this warlock, Gabriel. Okay. There aren't really any succubuses or incubuses in D&D. Oh, oh, hello. Oh, sorry. What's going on? What's going on? Ow, wow, what? Why am I clicking random shit? Okay, sorry. It's not you. I'm just making a series of mistakes on the computer. Okay. That's a fun idea. No, I'm just making a series. I'm clicking rant. I keep accidentally clicking stuff. I don't mean to. Anyways, uh, that sounds, yeah. Hollywood Handbook does like weird anti-guest things occasionally, where like they play like super surreal like characters. Yeah, I think they're the closest. They're the closest. Yeah. No, I just keep clicking stupid thing. I keep yeah. I do like tieflings. They're. I always found it so funny that like, man, for such kind of benign characters, man, they were the ones that caused a lot of controversy. Do you guys know? No, I'm not clicking more stuff because Ray, I accidentally I almost banned you. That's what I was doing. I accidentally clicked your name and then I accidentally it just kept hitting and I almost hit ban on you. So that's why I was so nervous because I was like, oh no, no, don't do that. That's why I was nervous. Yes, I saw that. I read that. I am. Yeah. No, I didn't. But it brought up. Anyways, it brought up the ban thing on you. I was just like I kept accidentally hitting it. Yes, I'm excited. We gotta. Yeah. you know. Are we starting drama, Gabriel? Are we starting drama here with you and Ray? Ugh, yeah. Do you guys know about D&D's whole weird history? No, it was a mistake. I accidentally clicked your. I kept accidentally clicking things, and I got to. Anyways, do you guys know about D&D's whole like the whole moral panic that happened because of D&D? If you don't, then it's like, yeah, it's probably good you don't because it's kind of useless. But I mean, it shows where because those types of people are back in power, so maybe it's good to remind. Anyways, do you guys know about the whole history, the D&D panic? Yeah, the Satanic Panic. So it was believed the parents and this actually affected me a little bit because I played D&D with a kid on a ski trip once, And I was having a lot of fun playing it, and then my parents came up to me and said, "Oh, well, you shouldn't play that because it's satanic, right?" And my parents are like, "Chill. This is the only time they've ever said something like that to me." So it was quite a shock. Um, but yeah, um, yeah. Why didn't that? Anyways, yeah, yeah. So if you're unaware, it was believed for a time that D&D would uh, was secretly a Satanism thing. Was secretly a way to teach kids how to. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Well, yeah, it was teaching them demonic worship, and the real controversy was the Tieflings. It was the Tieflings in there. That was what everybody was afraid of. So I don't know. I feel like as free thinking rational people, we should all really appreciate Tieflings because man, they had to go through shit to get them. Yeah, because he's everywhere, Ray. He's everywhere. I had an aunt tell me I should burn Harry Potter books, and this was back. Yeah, she was lucky though because I was too lazy to read them. And then, but ah, Tom Hanks. If you're curious, Tom Hanks, his first movie. Is it his first movie? It's like his second movie. Was called Mazes and Monsters, and it was about he played a character who goes insane after playing D&D, a D&D like game, and he believes he's his character. That's literally his second movie is that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyways, it stems from this Christian comedian. It gets so dumb. It gets so dumb. There was this guy. He called himself a Christian comedian, and he said, well, in the '80s, he was part of a Satanist group in college, and then he found Jesus. It's yeah. They also that was less mainstream. There were like super Christian preachers who believed that there were some people who were doing that, but that was a less mainstream. Like people really believed in the D&D as a satanic thing. Like normal people, like my parents, kind of believed it a little bit. Um, Stopped me from playing it, even though I liked it, and I would have loved to have played that game as a kid. I would probably gotten really into that game as a kid. Probably regretted that because that could have been a big hobby of mine, and I would have had a much more consistent social group of friends if I had done that. Yeah, a social group of friends. If I had gotten into D&D as a kid, I think I would have had much more consistent friends if I had done that. Anyways, uh yeah. Well, yeah. But I always found that so that was such a weird event. So it was so dumb. I don't know. Anyway, so I always feel like what's what's the point of religion? For, that's the whole point of religion. Then is to use for many people is to use moral justification. I don't want to get into the whole thing, but that's I think I've had good experiences and bad experiences with religion. Uh, so I never want to like judge people for deeply held beliefs, but I do believe that there are people who like I would never judge anybody for like spiritual beliefs, but I do believe there are people who very much just see like religion. There are many people out there who just want to use religion as a way to control people. and I think that's a really gross way to approach the world. Yeah. But yeah, this is not the D&D campaign I'm working on, but I've had another idea for a D&D campaign that I want to do at some point down the road. I guess I keep doing modern ones. I don't know what, but my other one is my other idea is it's about a group D&D party getting transported to our world by mistake, and them and the villains that they're fighting get transported to our world, and it's about them having to both fit into the normal world and try and like and trying to stop the villains from destroying everything. It's like I had this is partly inspired by the fact that there were a lot of fantasy movies in the '80s that did this exact plot. And I was like, why didn't we do that in D&D? Yeah. So like that's an idea I've had. The villain is trying to get a nuclear bomb. The big bad is trying to get a nuclear bomb to come back to their world and take it over. And basically, I had the thought it would like kind of turn into like almost a superhero game because like there could be like yeah, exactly. But I had the thought it could be kind of like a superhero game, and it would kind of turn into a little bit of a superhero game almost because it's like then like they have to live normal lives and fight crime on the side, and it's like I thought that would be kind of a fun idea, but that's not the thing I'm working on. I have a different thing. That's not the premise of the D&D game I'm building. It's a constructed world, the D&D game I'm making. Exactly. I got a piece of advice. Was it from you? I'm not sure if it was from you. Um, Somebody gave me this piece of advice, and I thought it was really good. To like, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that was pretty much reverse isekai. We could. Oh yeah, that's probably a fun idea too. You could just do a straight isekai game where you should always start with the eyes and then do the face around them. I always thought that was a good idea, and I always forget to do it. Yeah. I mean, that could be fun too. Like you do, and it could be that's an idea. It's an isekai, so it's like you create your character as normal, but we start with the prologue that uh, like all of you get killed or like all of you get run over by a truck and wake up in new bodies. Yeah, I like that. That's a fun. I mean, that's just a straight up fun idea for like an isekai thing. Okay. Okay, so describe to me the outfit you want her in, Gabriel. Do you want me to use one of the ones you have here, or would you want something a little bit more updated? And Gabriel, so I'm curious about. Are you going to try and play Halo at some point? Is that why you're asking? Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Okay. Oh, thank you, Chu. Oh, I like that. I like that more. That sounds more fun. I'm gonna draw that instead. Welcome back. Yeah, we're this is Gabriel's character Chloe we're drawing here. That sounds like a more fun idea. Okay, but what type of clothes would she wear? Oh my god, I'm excited to see. Yeah. I mean, not for some reason I never draw my own. I always get other people to draw them. I always get other people to draw them. Um, I don't know. I don't know why. I never draw my own. I don't know. I've tried before, but I never get around. I don't know. I do have one. I do have a character. Are you curious to if you want to from a book I'm working on, which everybody here has seen these drawings. These drawings I commissioned a while ago, but I don't care. I'm going to show them again because I like them. So I didn't draw these. I commissioned these. I don't know why I never draw my own stuff. I don't know. So I'm working on a book about an orc who becomes a pro wrestler. So, uh, well, if you want, you can draw Luna. This is the character I'm working on. I'd love to see some fan art of Luna. Yeah. Oh, that's a cute idea, Nelly. I like that. Yes. I like that. I like. Yeah, that's a fun idea. That's a fun idea. So it should be about the people. They wake they're reborn, and that and like we start with them, but the elf has been there for hundreds of years and understands the world a lot better. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a book I've been working on for like a year. It's a lot of work. Yeah, yeah. Sure, if you want to draw Luna, I'd love to see some fan art of her. She's a character I have been working on. That is a character I've been working on quite graciously over the last few years. Uh, yeah. I mean, it could be like they grew up, they lived their lives normally, and then when they reach a certain age, uh, the elf finds them and activates their memory from their post life, their previous life, and suddenly, so it's like they live their normal life. They've lived their entire life normally, and they have all the memories of like this fantasy life. And then when they come of age, the elf finds them and like activates them, and like suddenly they remember what happened. They remember everything that happened before. Could do something like that. That justifies it. So it's like, what's going on? I have now two memories of two different people. That's how I do it, anyways. Okay. Yeah. There's this X-Men character. I forget her name, but her power. Yeah, exactly. But her power is every time she dies, she relives her life. Like she can't die; she just relives her life. But the thing is, every time she dies, she goes back. She gets reborn. She goes back to the start of her life, but she remembers everything that happened in her life previously. So she has to just keep reliving her life over and over again. Uh, yeah, I've done it. I've done it before. Is it going on right now? See, the thing is, I can never remember when it's going on. Going on, people always have to tell me when it's happening. I never. It never occurs to me when it's going on. Oh, that's all really cool. But yeah, I'd be up for doing art fight. I mean, if you want to do like if you have an OC you want me to draw, I'm up for it. Oh, I love that. I love the mushroom one. The mushroom one's my favorite. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure, I'll do art fight. Because it's been like I did it one year, and then people. Yeah, exactly. I did it once a year, and I was like, "Oh, that was fun." And then and then I forgot about it, and people have to keep reminding me about it. And I'm like, "When did that happen? Oh, this happened already." And it's like, "But you were supposed to tell me." Isekai Inception, uh, Inception Kai. Actually, that sound that Gabriel. That sounds like a pretty cool idea for a story. You should write that. I might do it. Somebody remind me when it happens because I will forget again. I'm very for, I'm very forgetful of almost everything. Maybe I'll even dedicate a whole stream. Maybe we can dedicate some streams to doing some art fight stuff. That might be fun. Do you do it? Yeah. That actually sounds really. It also kind of reminds me of there's this uh, there's this show Sliders. I don't know if people have seen Sliders. Do you guys know what Sliders is? Probably nobody. It's unfortunately it's a show that was pretty fun when it started, and then it gets like horrendously bad almost like 2 or 3 seasons in. It's quite amazing how bad it got. But Sliders, the premise of Sliders is, I think yes, if I remember correctly, it did do that. Anyways, but the premise of Sliders is it's about this group of people who get stuck traveling to different alternative universes. They get stuck in the multiverse, and they're stuck traveling to different universes. Like they don't really have any control of where they're going. It's kind of a quantum. It's a little bit of a quantum leap. It's a little bit of a quantum leap riff, honestly. But it was a pretty fun. The early seasons when it was just kind of like an adventure, universe of the week show was pretty fun. John Rhys Davies was one of the A.K. Gimli was in it. Do you guys like Gimli? Everybody likes Gimli. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, he was in it. He was one of the main characters. That could work too. Gimli! Gimli's great. Oh, I do have my own Discord server. Let me invite you. You are more than invited. One second. This is gonna do a weird thing. Ah, thank God, yes. By the way, I'll paste it on the Twitch side of things. See, I was obsessed with that as a kid. I was obsessed with like multiverses as an idea as a kid. I still kind of am, honestly. I've always been fascinated by that idea. My posture is beautiful. Ugh. It stems with also like the fact that I'm a big history nerd, and so I like alternative universe stuff because it's always like it's kind of like history fan fiction in a way, alternative universes, because it's like, ooh, what if history happened this way? Yeah, but it's like a storytelling device, Hugo. It's like a storytelling device. I mean, you could write one where 2 + 2 doesn't equal 4. It's not like... Yeah, unless they have like a Dimbrian numbering system. It's like, I don't know, man. I feel like... We're not... I don't know math, man. I just know shiny portals. Okay. Ooh, I'm excited. Whenever Lynch... Ooh! I love that. Let's see. Whenever... I always love A's art. Look at that. Look... Oh, that's so cool. I love that. Ah, that rules. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, or like, I don't know. Math could just work differently. That part doesn't matter for storytelling purposes. It's about... Okay. Uh, very cool. I'm excited. I'm excited. Yeah. Okay, if you could have one superpower, what would it be? Oh, damn it. Hugo, I had that idea. Oh, damn it. I had an idea like that too. How dare you? I had a very similar idea. Uh, well, my idea was that, like, inexplicably, one person always exists in the multiverse no matter what. Uh, and it's a guy. It's a guy named Steve, and Steve always exists in the multiverse no matter what. And in every version of the universe, Steve is a hyper successful, like leader who has who is the most successful person in the world. Uh, he is one of the most successful person in the world in whatever field they've achieved. And the story was going to follow. The main character would have been Steve, but it would have been just from our universe, where inexplicably they're not. They're just like an everyday dork. Yeah. Oh, hey, that's really sweet. Uh, Shape shifting. I mean, I feel like with shape shifting, it's implied like that you would have a healing power. Because couldn't you just like shape shift yourself to be healed? Like if your bone gets broken, it's like, oh, I had an explanation for that. They still exist. They still exist. Inexplicably, they still exist. Like one of the Steves they meet is a person who inexplicably was still in a universe that had no life whatsoever, and like they can't talk. They have no. They've never seen another living creature whatsoever. That was part of the story. Is they meet one. The one Steve they get along with is the one that has no experience with any other living being in the universe and has no idea that there were. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's really sweet. By the way, yours. I don't know if I've said that. Yeah. I'm gonna do this. Okay. Night night. Yeah. You never would. My power would be. See, I'd want like just something subtle. I want something subtle. See, I think I could do really well with like I want like just low grade telekinesis. Like I don't need like super powerful telekinesis. I just want like very low grade telekinesis. Like just enough. I want just enough that I can like move a small metal ball. Because here's what I would do. Here's what I would do. I would go to casinos and I would always just subtly influence the ball so that it would in roulette so that I would always win money. And I think with just that those minor powers, I could become one of the richest people in the world very quickly. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Ooh, so many cool people. Hello, Goob. Oh, uh, who is this? Is this Ray? I only say that because it says Juggalo. Oh, you're sticky. You're stick chewer. Sorry, it just said Juggalo. I'm like, oh, is that Ray? Because Ray is a Juggalo. Welcome, welcome. I have the power of. I have the power of starting. I have the power of starting dopamine kicks in anybody in the world. All I have to do is look at them, and I can start their dopamine receptors going over time. I once had an idea for a story, and the premise is it's about a hive mind, but the premise is they're like a fitness instructor. They're like like they're a fitness instructor, and what you do is like you sign up for them, you sign up with them, and they get you in really good. You sign up for them, and they get you in really good shape, and then like you get your body back in like 6 months, and you've like become like they've just gotten you in like really good shape. And it's like it's just rich people sign up to get in good shape. It was the basic premise of the idea. Oh, I'm yes, I've been recommended it. I might check it out. I might check this out. Yes, they would. Cuz then you would always have friends. Yeah. Yeah. So Ray, what do you think so far? No, Gabriel, what do you think so far? Is there anything you want me to add? Well, I did give her shoes, just not noticeable ones. I remember I took an art class and they made you draw shoes, and that was very cruel of that teacher to do that to me. I never put too much effort in the shoes. Usually, I guess I should. Okay. I want to give her like a belt or something. I thought about giving her suspenders, but probably wouldn't look right. How is it? That's one of the that's a better one. Yeah, yeah, that's a little bit because like I had I have her coat thing going because so it's like it doesn't look particularly great. Uh, I made it so I made the I'm just giving her like some holes in her jeans. I don't know why. I think that just looks right. Okay. What do we think? Okay. I'm also nervous to ink it. I don't. I'm sure if you had. There's much slicker artists out there who could do stuff, but I'm the one here. I'm the one here. Unfortunately, none. These aren't. This no. None of them. This isn't their channel, so it's mine. That's what. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, dude, that's so cool. Okay, look away if stuff like that scares you for a sec. Body horror stuff scares you, but okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look away if you're scared. But look at that. Oh, that's so cool. Um, yeah, belts on belts. Do you know who Rob Liefeld is? Have you guys ever heard of Rob Liefeld? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, What's this? Yes, yeah, yes. Definitely is. Let me find it. My favorite picture ever. Rob Liefeld, Captain America. No, it looks bad. Yeah, I'm gonna continue without supporting. Reject all. Let me present to you the greatest drawing ever. Yeah, of course you know what I'm gonna talk about. Yeah, I'm pretty burnt out with my main story. I'm working on something new right now, just for fun. I'll get back to it eventually. But Hugo knew exactly which one I was going to talk about. Look at this beautiful, beautiful picture of Captain America. Isn't he great? Isn't he great? It's just so amazing. Yeah. Rob Liefeld has a famous, kind of infamous reputation for drawing belts upon belts upon belts. Oh yeah, I've seen that before. 1 second, let me see if I can find it. Chris Evans. Let's see. It's so funny. I love it so much. I've seen that. This it's a little meme. It's a little meme. This one, this is the one. Uh, Body proportions to Chris Evans. He's so beautiful, so beautiful. That is the correct. That is the correct. They teach that in all the screenwriting classes, in all the screenwriting books. You need a minigun. Robert McKee. Yeah. 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 I'm gonna throw it out there. Well, yeah, but look, let's be honest. Rob Liefeld didn't really create Deadpool. Deadpool is the real creators of Deadpool are Joe Kelly and Fabian Nicieza are the real creators. They're the ones who gave Deadpool his personality. Like Deadpool wouldn't exist, but the real writer, they're the real writers. There's a third guy. Yeah, well, the original Deathstroke is that, but see, this is how comics kind of work. Is sometimes the people who create the character aren't the real creators, if that makes sense. Rob Liefeld is a very important person in the Rob Liefeld is a very important person in the history of comic books, and there's a lot to respect. There's a lot to respect about him. He's an important. His co-founding of Image is one of the most important. Is one of the more important things that happened in the history of comic books. Image that became an important source. That became an important place for independent creator-owned works to get out there into the world. He created Cable and Deadpool, which were, even though creating Deadpool is kind of, but he did create Cable, and so he's an important guy in the history of comics. Doesn't mean all of his work is all that good. Yeah, Jim Lee is great. But Rob Liefeld, so, and Rob Liefeld crucially gave Alan Moore free reign to create some of his more underrated work. So, yeah. Have you read Axe Cop, Gabriel, by the way? Yeah. I mean, that was what Liefeld got accused. That's what, I don't know. Lee's good. Lee's fine. I think he's pretty good. Gabriel, if you get a chance, there's two comics, web comics you should look up: Act Cop and Doctor McNinja. Have you guys heard of Axe Cop and Doctor McNinja? Those were two comics I was very into as a teenager. No. Axe Cop. A-X. Cop. It's about a cop who uses an axe. And it was written by a professional illustrator and his 9-year-old brother. Yes. Read it. It's pretty fun. And read Dr. McNinja. I was really into Dr. McNinja as well. You notice I'm scared to ink the face. That's the thing I'm most scared to ink right now. I'm now just. I guess I can just. I'm just now in the mood to recommend other webcomics I liked as a teenager. Uh, Listen, when I was a teenager, when I was a kid, I usually negotiated a free period in class in school. I ended up getting several in high school. I once, for a good year, for a good full semester, I got two free periods in during high school. I don't know how that worked, but I did, and it just happened. And so I just spent most of that time in the library reading web comics. So, and my favorites were Archwood, Doctor McNinja, and the Order of the Stick. I just found out like the Order of the Stick is still going on. I am legitimately quite shocked that the Order of the Stick is actually still going on. I'm surprised by that. I should. I think I guess I was like I should catch up on it. It was like I love that. I love that comic. Yeah. I'll give it a listen and some. I should. There is a whole section where they fight pirates. See, Doctor McNinja is a family of American ninjas, the McNinjas, and he's both a doctor and a ninja, and uh, he must he must figure out how to balance his love of healing people with his need to kill people. Yes. He also has a set. Yeah, that's a good way to live your life, Moss. Killer way to live your life. Yeah, I got out because I did when I didn't have to do gym because I was doing. Okay, okay, okay. I'm gonna explain something. And note, I was never good at it, and I never did an actual fight. The reason I didn't get to do gym was because I was doing MMA. Gabriel has accused me of maybe leading a bit too interesting of a life at times. But yeah, I did MMA in high school instead of going to gym class. Oh, that's adorable, Fade. Yes, it's quite a beautiful game. Low key band kid. Jay, the low key band kid. Yeah, it is. I say that it's like it's so. I think about that. I was like, oh yeah, I did MMA all throughout high school, and I'm like, I kind of would like to get back into it, but I don't know. I'm so I need a consistent activity again in my life. I was never good at it, and I never did any fights, so it's not like I'm yeah. It's really good, Fade. I don't know why I never do like. I miss it. I miss it actually. That used to be such a good workout. Oh my god. Yeah, it's weird to think that I was like an MMA kid when I was in high school. I don't know. I tried to be an art kid, but like I wasn't immediately good at it, so I stopped. I don't know. One of the most embarrassing. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't immediately. I don't know. I was into it, and then like I don't know why. I don't know. People got. I showed them some of my art, and it was not good. Yeah. Oh, I was never good enough to be a professional fighter. If I did it now, I would be better at it than when I was doing it then. But I'm now far too old because it's like honestly, by the time you're my age, you're in real life. By the time you're my age, I should just do it for fun. Yeah, I didn't get. I didn't just start doing art until I graduated from college, and I suddenly had a lot of free time, and so I started to learn how to do art. I'm 32. I'm 32. I'm going to be 33 this month. I'm very anxious about that. I know I'm old. I'm so old now. I used to be young. Now I'm old. But like MMA, by the time you're 30, it's. I should just do it for fun. I know I should just do it for fun and do it for light sparring and stuff. But in MMA, by the time you're 30, that's when it's time to start thinking about retirement. Usually, yeah, yes, yeah, it is the midlife crisis time. I'll move to Portugal. No, it's so terrible. One day you're young, and then you're talking to young people. You're talking to somebody, and you realize, oh God, I'm old now. Everybody's young. Everybody's kept. Somehow I got old, and everybody else got young. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, that's. I don't know. I told that story a bit back. I mean, it's not much of a story. It's so I when I got my inheritance. Yes, I have. No, it's not. Yeah. It's always so weird when I say that I have a bit of an inheritance. It's enough to like theoretically if I wanted to like live in an apartment, it could pay for my rent. So I mean that's good, but it's like it's not like really. Anyways, I had just enough that I could theoretically afford to buy a fiance's childhood home. Oh, dude, that is so awesome! Look at that. Look how cool. Look how good that is. Look at Sticks drawing. That is fire as heck. I agree with Fade. That is fire as heck. We're giving it all the stuff. We're giving it all the things. Because I forgot to change it, but now I actually think it's kind of funny that it's like that. Because I forgot about that because but now I think it's funnier to have it be that 500 words costs more. It's kind of a mistake, but I actually think it's really funny, so I'm going to keep it at that price. I would be like, oh God, no, you can't give me a cat. I'm really allergic to cats. And then my throat would close. I've been like, oh, okay. It's like, oh, a hypoallergenic cat. Ah, my throat is still closing up because I've been promised this before. Okay. It's like, cool. That cat is cool. Cool. That's golden. Uh, good name, Lucy. Good name. And then I would blink at it because that's the one thing I know about cats is you slowly blink at it. You go like this. Because that's the way cats. You show cats that you're not a threat. Is you blink at it because cats keep their eyes open to protect themselves from predators. So the way you show trust with a cat is you blink to show that you're okay with keeping your eyes closed in front of them. And that's what I always do with cats. Yes, I should. Do I have water? Okay. Okay. Am I forgetting anything? Probably. Okay. Frogs. Moss frogs. Yeah. Well, I'm about done with this drawing anyway, so. You know, one thing, if you guys want like advice on streaming, I don't know. Weirdly, Mondays are always a decent night to stream. It shouldn't make sense, right? But I always find weirdly I do quite well on Mondays. It's like the middle of the week is where the numbers keel off, and then once we get to the weekend, they pop back up again. Oh, happy birthday to Mama Gabriel. Let's see. Oh, I didn't change from... Ah! It's been in writing and reading this whole time. I forgot to change it to art. That's so funny. Okay. Okay. This one. Sure, let's do. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I meant to change this to art. Oh, that's so funny. Okay. Anyways. Okay, everybody. I think I'm going to call it here. Have a good night. I won't be streaming tomorrow. I have something to do downtown. But have a good night, everybody. Bye.